Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. So yeah, the ADA chart, and again, I wish I could change it. But the microstructure remains ambiguous. I remain of my perspective that it's best to approach this structure in a way from a perspective to say that until we really have a breakout to the upside out of this descending wedge to the upside, and until we see a 5-wave move to the upside from the January lows, it's probably best to assume the correction is still unfolding. Yes, we can get a breakout at any time. And you can see this descending wedge pattern that we talked about before. And I am watching for a breakout to the upside. Okay, so, but it could easily, within this wedge pattern that you can see here on the chart, it can easily form one more low before doing that. Yeah. So that's just something to be very much aware of. There is no confirmed breakout at this stage. And also, we don't have 5 waves up. I mean, any of those any of those factors, yes, okay, we might be already more directly bullish, but at the moment the correction still seems to be unfolding. So I still have the same situation here on the chart. We zoom out a little bit, we're still dealing with a chart where we have only 3 waves up from the June lows. So it's a 3-wave move. It could technically be just an ABC structure. So it could easily still fail, right? We need to be aware of that. After 3 waves, until we have 5, things are very uncertain. Yeah. So a 5-wave move, when completed, will give us long-term at least some confidence that ADA might have started really a long-term uptrend again. But at the moment, we still are in a situation in which that's not very clear. We only have 3 waves up. However, I'm leaning towards it. So I'm leaning towards the development of 5 waves up on the chart, as it's on the chart there, visible with these, with the white count. One more high still expected, targeting round about 84 cents, 85 cents, to 96. Yep, that target area might change slightly. It's at least a bit of a landmark on the chart right now. But first of all, the wave 4 needs to complete, and then the wave 5 can unfold. It's just that we need to be watching the relevant support levels. We have Fibonacci support that is relevant for a 4th wave. In a diagonal, we have to give a 4th wave a little bit more space. Pullbacks can be a little bit deep. Wave 4s can be frustrating anyway. And the idea is that, yeah, after the 3rd wave, this is a 4th wave. The thing is, as I said, after 3 waves, it can always fail, but it just has the look of a diagonal, and the move down currently looks corrective. Now that can change, but at the moment, the move down looks corrective. So I have no reason at the moment to assume that support levels will break. Doesn't mean they couldn't break, of course, we can never rule that out. But for now, I assume that this diagonal pattern will be filled in. We are in a bullish market, and that means that if this wave count and assumption is correct, the market should hold in this 4th wave, a pullback in this area, and we should not see a break below 34.5 cents. Okay, it doesn't mean we have to go down to that level, but the 34.5 cent level, if broken, then it will raise, questions about this chart and will challenge this bullish scenario. Now, that being said, oftentimes, even in a diagonal, a 4th wave would not break below the 39 cent level in this case, which is the 50% retracement. So the 50% is a bit like a magical level for wave 4 in general. Yeah, you don't want it below that normally. Again, in the diagonal, I still give it that space. Let's say we still give it a benefit of the doubt, even if we get a break below the 50% fib level, but it still indicates a lot of weakness. Right, so now let's go to the shorter time frame. Now that we've talked about the support levels, by the way, the nearest support is 44 cents. And then we've got 39 below that. And then that, 35 cent level, basically, or 34 and a half. Oops, 1 second. Yeah, 34 and a half down there, 39, 44. Okay, so microstructure does suggest another low is likely, not guaranteed, of course. Structure from the lows, very, very messy. I think we've learned with our experience in the crypto market, I'm not only talking about myself, but you as well following these videos. And if you've been with us for a while, you know that sometimes that last low doesn't show. And I'm not saying it's even needed. Okay, so it's not even that I'm saying, okay, that count needs another low. Absolutely not. The low could be in here. Absolutely. It's just that the structure from the lows is very messy. Now, to get back to what I just said, we've learned that crypto rallies, they can emerge from messy structures. They really can. So what does that mean? That means it could easily go. It could easily go. We need that breakout, however, to confirm it, and a break above the 53.6 cent level here, the last high. Then we have 5 waves up in the yellow count. Until then, the white count here, in my opinion, still seems to be in control, which means we have a corrective rally. Could just be a B wave and one more low to come, possibly targeting, 39 cents, possibly 40.8 cents is micro support, and 44 cents is also another micro support level. But yeah, I mean, what I just want to highlight, they can develop out of very messy structures. The reason is as well that we are currently in a diagonal pattern. So it's worth knowing that in a diagonal, in a fifth wave, it can be challenging to determine when it really starts. Really, really challenging, because in diagonals, the fifth wave is an ABC structure. ABCs are messy structures, and even the A wave could be an ABC itself. So you're dealing with the messiest mess that you can deal with, really. So it will be difficult to really determine when the correction is finished. All we can do is really to track the structures, and then we have our main thesis, which is sort of still bullish, right? One more high, and then we have to, in very dynamic ways, constantly check the chart and revise our thesis if needed. Or at least, update when the wave 5 is likely to be unfolding. It takes some price action to confirm that. For me, I will probably start to lean towards the idea that the diagonal pattern is continuing in the fifth wave, so that the fifth wave has started. Once we see a sustained break above that high here at 53.6, 53.7 cents, and we have a 3-wave pullback. Only then really I can confirm it. Until then, I am going to be extremely skeptical. So it's a difficult structure. I know it's frustrating, but it's just what it is. In crypto, in the markets, it's oftentimes just waiting for a more reliable setup. To be fair, we have a setup on this chart, and we're still in the larger support zone. It just means that in diagonals, you need to either you just give it a lot of space, also from your trading, or you're just waiting for charts that show clear setups. And we have quite a few at the moment that are in 1-2 setups. Trading from a wave 4 and a wave 5, always a bit difficult, but then just don't look for the absolute precision on the smallest time frame, because it often doesn't exist. And just be aware, the correction is long enough already. It might take a little longer, but I think we are fairly close to a low. I think we were very close to a low. You will really only know about the low afterwards. There's nobody standing there at the low with a bell to ring. Oh dear, the low is in. Buy. That doesn't really work. So that's why we give these support regions where people can actually look for lows. Because it also depends on your actual trading strategy and style. Some people are breakout traders. Some people might buy into the breakout of the wedge. Others might have bought already in the pullback zone. So there are just countless strategies how to trade this. But from a chart point of view, the correction is long enough for it to be complete. So it's just simply watching for signals that the low is in. So that's my update about ADA. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.